We're here with David Luna, one of the owners and players for the Claremont Crocs. Dave, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So let's get into your upbringing here. Like your brother, Maxie, you guys are from SoCal.
Yes.
From Southern California.
Yes,
you went to a performing arts high school growing up, but how did you tailor your life towards basketball coming from a performing arts high school?
That's a good question. I guess the only way I can put it is that performing arts part kind of like pushes you to get out of your comfort zone. Or I'm kind of normally a shy person, so for me it was like, okay, jump into the deep end, and that was kind of like with me with basketball, because like I kind of started playing late, so I had to kind of overcome a lot of that fear to just play the game. So I guess that's the only way I can tie. Yeah, I think our high school wasn't the best. I mean, our team was kind of like the joke back then, but our senior year ended up being one of the top teams in SoCal. So that was cool just to witness that.
I think it's pretty interesting how you just mentioned you're a little bit shy.
Yeah.
When you have tens of thousands of followers on your Instagram, let's talk about that real quick, because you're somewhat of an influencer. You're into fashion.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting aspect for, a sports player to be into. One of my good friends from back home was a fashion designer. He was 6'5", played in the Philadelphia Phillies minor league organization for baseball.
Nice.
But fashion's actually a very untapped industry for sports players, so that's interesting. Tell us a little bit about how you got into that.
Yeah, Instagram, the way I look at that is it's definitely a conviction. Like I felt like there was a space that I had a message and something I wanted to portray to people, and so that's what led me into doing that. And then my creativity, I feel like basketball kind of helped me hone that creativity. Because with basketball, I don't see a difference between fashion and sports. I really think, like, Kobe is a good example of someone that took his creativity. He ended up winning an Oscar, because I think if you're creative on the court, you can take that same principle and use it off the court. So I think for me, it was just like, okay, all those times I would do drills, okay, the discipline of doing that, I use it for Instagram, where now I post every day at the same time. Yeah, I've been doing Instagram for 5 years, and none of it for me I'm not really doing it for money. It's really just for the passion.
So outside of basketball, you do some fashion stuff, and you're a team owner. Now on the court, you're listed as a shooting guard.
Yes.
You and your brother.
Yes.
You're aware that usually there's only one shooting guard on the floor at all times, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who's going to end up starting, do we think?
For me, that was one of the battles as a twin growing up, is you were competing with each other. So for me, I learned I'm going to do me. I'm going to do my best. I can't control what he does. And I'm the biggest supporter. For me, I look at it as a team. Like, if my teammate is doing good, then I'm happy. If my team is winning, then I'm happy. I've learned that, like, all I can do is control the time that I'm given. Go at each other, but I think it's really just to get the best out of each other.
What aspect of basketball do you love the most?
I think just like the feeling of like when you shoot a good shot. Like, I just love that feeling when you don't have to see it, you just know it's going in.
So outside of basketball, you obviously do fashion, and what else goes on in your normal life?
I'm in sales, so I work for Hilton. I've been doing that for 5 years, and me and my brother are two of the top performers in that field. And so and I mean, other than that, I mean, like, I watch movies, I do art, so like I'll do like painting and things like that. So I kind of just like to do things that take my mind into like a more relaxed place. So. And
talk about what you guys are trying to do as like a cultural or social impact in the FBA itself.
Yeah, we're trying to be as original and unique as possible. I think innovative is a good word. Innovative. So we want to do something that has never been done before. So we're just kind of experimenting. Really.
Dave, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
That's David Luna, one of the players and full-time owners of the Claremont Crocs.